Well, folks, it's been quite a few weeks since I've updated the backyard here. What's today? Today is like the 23rd of August, so we're really in the last throes of summer. But you can see that my beautiful butterfly bushes are just gorgeous, and I was so thrilled to see it. I hope you can see it. There's my first monarch, really first monarch butterfly of the season, and I'm just saying, more Lord, more Lord. That's a female, and that stand of milkweed right there is what she will lay eggs on. But boy, I need a male to come on in here and fertilize those eggs too, so that we can get some beautiful monarch cats. So I'm just a happy camper here this morning. Really, the only thing thriving anymore is indeed just the butterfly bush. We do still have, a bunch of petunias that came up wild and such. The garden's doing great. I've been harvesting quite a bit of stuff. The straw bales have been really productive this year, exceptionally so. I will never garden any other way. There's that gorgeous monarch again, fluttering all around on the coneflower. I'm just so thrilled at that. I thought it was a male at first, but I can see clearly that it's a female. So let's hope that we get some eggs and help the population, because monarchs are severely declining along the landscape of America, thanks to, I'm sure, glyphosate or Roundup. After the critters really dug up everything in these beds, I actually planted some green beans for a late fall crop, but they decided they like green bean seeds as well, so they came and dug all those up and ate them too. I have like 3 little plants. I don't even think I'll get anything off of them, but I am glad to see. This is a Tithonia. It's a kind of a sunflower. Actually, it looks like a true sunflower. But the zinnias are all starting to blossom right now. I even have like a little snapdragon down there. Look at my cabbages. Aren't they awesome? I just so chuffed about how beautifully they're forming tight little heads. Now this is an early cabbage, so they're not gonna be exceptionally large heads, but can't wait for them. The cosmos are really pretty, and I have different kinds of zinnias as well. You see that beautiful deep red cosmo that just opened up today, but that zinnia right there, the orange one, that's called a cactus zinnia. I just love the frilly petals on it, as well as some of the other colors. Put zinnias in because those are a huge draw for butterflies. This is actually a double cosmo, which you don't generally see, so I'm very thrilled about that. This is going to be another deep dark red maroon cosmo. What gladiolas the critters didn't destroy on me are starting to blossom. I have a beautiful bright yellow. We have these beautiful white with deep rose. This one here is going to be like that, deep pink ruffled edges on it when that opens in the day. This has been a banner year for Rose of Sharon's, or these kinds of hibiscus, and I was very pleased to see this gorgeous double red right here. That's just a beautiful blossom right there. As happy as I was to see that beautiful double red, I was very disappointed to see that I spent so much extra money for, this bluebird, is no different in color than the other lavenders right behind it that have been grown in my yard for 20 years. So caveat emptor, buyer beware. Things aren't always going to be what they're heralded to be. Again, that butterfly is just floating amongst all the beautiful colors of butterfly bush that I've planted in this garden this year. I'm thrilled with this color here. There's a little skipper butterfly on that frond right here. These smaller varieties in the front, I picked them up when they were 75% off at Runnings. This one is called Red Buzz, and the color is astounding. I just absolutely love it. This right here is that milkweed, butterfly weed. The orange I got from my neighbor Elsie, but the ones you see, the seed pod standing straight up, that's the pink that was in full bloom about a month ago. Because it's a milkweed, they form milkweed pods, just like the stuff that grows on the sides of the roads. And what I'm going to do is harvest those pods and probably sprinkle them throughout the garden, but also behind the fence over there, and just try to get as much milkweed growing around here as possible. Another one of those little miniature butterfly bushes is called Sky Blue, or Blue Sky, I think. Almost the same color as the Scabiosa right there. I got them for $2, you know. So, and look at how pretty they are. The Shasta daisies are pretty much gone. I'm very pleased to see even those coneflowers that are really kind of spent, even though these ones are really still pretty fresh. The goldfinches sit right on it and pull the seeds right out now and feed. Can you see that beautiful little red rose over there? That's that Christian Dior that I got for $5 marked down at Lowe's way back when. Oh, there goes my butterfly. But come on back, baby. Please, go lay some eggs for me, please. This color, this is my favorite by far. This is called Miss Molly. And I got this one specially, probably from Spring Hill or Park, someplace, sent away for it. The Blue Chip Junior over here, these blue ones, again, I got it from Runnings at 50% off. So they were great big $25 plants, and I got them for $12.50. Can't beat that. This is one of my favorites. This is actually, it's called Peach Cobbler, and it's kind of a pale pink. Oh, look at it, she came right back. What a beautiful sight. You gotta be careful. These great big, they're not bumblebees, they're carpenter bees, but they are very vicious to other animals and, you know, critters. I've seen them go after hummingbirds. I've seen them attack each other and literally kill the other one, just for being on its, you know, on the blossom that it wanted to feed off of. So what are you gonna do? This color here is called Kaleidoscope. This is a beautiful blue. Oh, this was my original butterfly bush that was in my backyard. You can see the color is very similar, but there's just a little bit more of a violet hue to the new one. The black. Let me get out of my shadow here. I don't even know what I'm getting here, but this down here is called Black Knight, and probably my second most favorite of all the butterfly bushes. The only one I'm lacking is a true white and also the yellow. The yellow is cool because it grows in a globular blossom instead of the long panicle like what you see here. And I do have a pink behind my asparagus bed that I will transplant into this garden next year. This is a beautiful Rose of Sharon. This is a double lavender right here that I planted a couple years ago and then just transplanted into this circle of daylilies, which are long since gone. Strawberries. This box right here were the June-bearing ones. Never really got hardly anything off of it because the animals ate them all. But we're in bloom with the everbearings, the Ozarks. And I just ate one this morning. It actually was quite good for not being fully ripe, because if I let them go until they're fully ripe, the chipmunks eat them all. So what are you going to do? It seems like the chipmunks, the mice, and the squirrels have really gotten most of the fruit from my garden. The birds took all of my, there's that butterfly. The birds took all of my blueberries this year. So, you know, I grow stuff for the wildlife, and you're looking at the benefit of it right here. This gorgeous Monarch. Yep. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe this is a male. This is a male. I thought it was a female. But you can see there's a black dot on the second vein up from the bottom on that dorsal fin there, or dorsal fin, the dorsal wing. Actually, that's the ventral view. What that is actually it's the sensor by which they smell the female's pheromones. So there's no hope that is going to find the milkweed and lay eggs on it. It probably will ignore the milkweed completely and just continue to feed along here. So let's hope and pray that we get some females in here and he can do his duty and procreate, you know, extend the monarch population through my backyard, because that's why this is a labor of love, because I try and there's more Black Knight butterfly bush right there. I'm trying to bring the butterflies and the hummingbirds and the wonderful moths into the yard. Stupid me, I'm such a reactionary. I was last week or a couple weeks ago, I was actually cutting a couple stalks of Swiss chard from my vegetable bale out there, and I just felt something move on my hand. I looked down at my hand, instantly saw a critter, and flung it off out of pure instinct reaction, only to realize that it was one of those gorgeous Saturn moths, the Io moth, who was laying eggs on this chard. And I've only seen one other Io moth in my entire life. Do you think I could relocate her? I could not. But, you know, I repented of my reactionary spirit right then and there. But I've never seen it come back since. So what are you going to do? I can only hope that the eggs that she laid got fertilized, and maybe, I don't care if I get little Io moth caterpillars eating my Swiss chard. That would just thrill me even more than the beautiful, delicious flavor of eating my own Swiss chard. So hopefully they'll come back. The rest of the stuff's really all spent. I do have a hibiscus here. Not a hibiscus, what do you call it? We call this chemo brain, folks. You know, those things that turn red or blue according to the acidity of the soil. Total brain cramp. I can't think of what it is right now. But that should actually be coming up into full blossom pretty soon. Right here behind this this bird bath right here. It took me 2 weeks from my last chemo treatment to recover enough strength to actually mow my yard. My lawn finally got mowed Monday. Again, 2 solid weeks from the last time, and it was pretty high. Thankfully, my last treatment is September 1st. So, you know, once we get through that one, everything is just a recovery period, and hopefully I'll be able to take care of the backyard and the garden with a little bit more strength and vigor. But you know, that too shall pass. So it is what it is. Even during all the chemo treatments, that garden very well took care of itself, even during the drought and all those extended days above 90. I didn't even get a chance to water, but the bales are the perfect medium. They never dry out. So the plants never dried out, and they literally thrived. I was, right up until about 2 or 3 days ago, I was getting probably about 5 to 8 or 9 tomatoes a day. But now we're kind of in a period where a bunch of them have to ripen before they start coming with that speed again. Very cool, though. I mean, I pulled up a carrot yesterday. It was about 8 inches long. Kind of a red variety. That was very cool. I think it's called Atomic Red. That was very cool because it's the first time I got to actually look to see how they were doing. My beets are probably just about 1 inch in diameter, so we'll be starting to eat those. I'm going to pull up those the plants there from those yellow Capitano beans, and maybe I'll throw something else. Like, I have a bunch of rutabaga seeds. Throw something else in that space, and you can pick rutabagas right up even after the hard frost. In fact, the frost will actually sweeten those kinds of root crops like turnips and rutabagas. So if I get them in now, probably, and I think that the warm weather will probably extend farther into November than what we're used to, because the seasons all seem to be about 2 weeks late now. So, you know, if I get them in today or tomorrow, that's all the more production that I'm going to get out of this already super productive gardening method. So I can't wait to show you guys all. I don't know if you can see that one little Monarda plant there, but one of the hummingbird kids is going around it right now and feeding. I did finally get a chance a couple of weeks, actually it was the day before chemo, because I don't dare touch it when my white blood count is decimated. But I finally got in and scrubbed out all my bird baths. But look at it, we're only 2 weeks out of it, and they're already full of algae again. I don't know what to do. That wives' tale about the copper, it's just that it didn't seem to work. I threw copper in there, and they still all filled up with algae too. So what you gonna do? Well, I guess, like I said, this is probably about week 14 or so of my backyard since I started documenting here. Thanks for sharing it with me. Thanks for all the interest that you guys have all shown out here. To be honest, I wouldn't have been able to get these cancer treatments if I didn't have something positive to look forward to each day. And this right here, this was it. Any good days I would come and sit out here and just, just recover, because creation is the greatest recovery room. And I just, it is overgrown as many of the weeds have taken over a lot of places. Still, there's enough beauty to get me by. So, and besides that, one man's weed is another man's cultivar. So we learned that when we discovered that this beautiful ground cover that you see right at the base of that bird bath, that is one of the most healthful food sources known to mankind. It's called purslane, and it is like the absolute highest in antioxidants and B vitamins, and I think there's even protein in it, of any herb known to man. So here I've been pulling it up and cursing it for years as a weed, and then I find out about it, all of its beautiful attributes. So what I'm doing is I'm letting it grow and be a ground cover in this perennial bed, and I should start harvesting it soon and eating it in salads and whatnot. They say it has a lemony flavor, which is my favorite, and I've almost got enough taste buds back that I could probably actually taste it today. So who knows? Maybe I'll take that double cucumber, the Siamese twins that I just picked, and cut up a nice purslane and cucumber sandwich for lunch today. Well, thanks for enjoying my backyard almost as much as I do, folks. I really enjoy sharing it with you. God bless.